How's it going, everybody? This is going to be a quick video update on the Miller v. Becerra case, also known as the California assault weapons ban case. So let's talk about this. But real quick, before we jump into this video, if you think that California's ban on so-called assault weapons violates our Second Amendment rights, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. I also want to give a shout out to one of the main sponsors of the channel, that being Thorson Customs. Thorson Customs does a lot to support us here on this channel and also help to support us here in the state of California, specifically on the issue of rifle builds. They have California compliant parts and features that you can use on your rifles to be compliant here in the state of California. So if you'd be interested in taking a look at them, I'll put a link to them down in the detail section. So Miller v. Becerra, this is a case that a lot of people are anticipating. It's a major case here in the state of California. I have tons of videos on my channel that discuss Miller v. Becerra, and if you'd be interested, you can click this playlist right there and it'll take you to all the videos I have on this case, Miller v. Becerra. But just as a quick overview rundown, Miller v. Becerra is a challenge to California's assault weapons ban language and the various restrictions that we have here in the state of California on specific types of firearms and classifying them as assault weapons based on their make, model, and or configuration. So a lot of those things that you see here in the state of California where we have funky fin grips and weird like mechanisms on our rifles to make them California compliant. It is a challenge to that law that makes those requirements actually here in the state of California, where we have to try to get around the language. And even though I put out a video prior talking about some of the trial date issues, people were still assuming that the trial was going to be heard January 21st of 2021. But in fact, it's going to be heard February 3rd, 2021, which is coming up next week. So really important. The main thing I just wanted to make you guys aware that next week, there's going to be a trial in Miller v. Becerra. A lot of you thought that it was going to be still January 21st, even though I had kind of given an update, but it is in fact February 3rd, 2021, which is next week. So a lot of us are really excited about this. It's about time that this case actually makes it to trial, that Judge Benitez gets to hear these issues and we can kind of get this thing moving forward. Now, that doesn't mean that we're going to get a ruling that day by any means. Again, this is a bench trial. Judge Benitez is going to hear the issues on his own. He's going to make his decision, and it's likely not going to be that day. And I would almost represent to you guys that it is not going to be a decision on that day, pretty much for sure, in my opinion. So we're going to have to wait a little bit to see what comes out of this and what actually ends up coming out of it. We don't know. It's hard to speculate. Could be something favorable based on Judge Benitez's track record. Also could not be something favorable. We're really not sure. He could also sit on his decision waiting for the Ninth Circuit to make a decision in Rupp v. Becerra, which deals with another assault weapons case. Now, another thing that I wanted to give an update on, and a lot of people were asking me about when I was gone, had to do with some various movement on the docket recently leading up to the trial. There were some various motions and responses that were filed, and people were asking, what are those? Now, from a quick glance at the docket, what it looks like is there was various motions by the state to either preclude or limit testimony by various witnesses, trying to limit the scope of what these individuals would be able to speak on during the trial. So that is the main crux of what it looks like on the docket about what those motions and responses are. One side, the state, saying that they want to limit testimony or preclude testimony, and the other side saying, no, we don't want to limit or preclude the testimony, that we think that these individuals should be able to speak on these various topics. So that's a quick update on kind of where we're at right now in Miller v. Becerra, what I'm seeing on the docket. If I was you, I'd keep an eye on my channel, other channels, just in case. Keep an eye on San Diego County Gun Owners Association. I know the last time that Miller v. Becerra had trials, they were giving updates on their Instagram page about things that were happening actually in the courtroom. One quick thing I want to mention before I end this video is I want to thank everybody who voted for me for the Gundies. This last week, when I was getting all those DMs and questions about Miller v. Becerra, I was in Texas attending the Gundies at Drive Tanks. It was an amazing time. I got to meet some amazing people, amazing content creators, amazing companies, and I cannot thank you guys enough for voting for me. I really didn't even ask anybody to vote for me. I think one time I asked you guys to vote for me, but you guys took the initiative yourselves, voted for me for the Gundies, and I cannot thank you enough because it was an amazing time, and I actually look forward to going to it next year too if I'm nominated and actually making the top 4 categories. And so again, I cannot thank you guys enough for supporting me here on this channel, voting for me for the Gundies, and just really allowing me to do what is my passion, which is talk about Second Amendment rights, talk about firearms laws and things like that, and share my information with you guys. So thank you guys for all of your support, and I'm looking forward to another amazing year here in 2021, and looking forward to seeing the channel grow and bringing you guys more information. So if you like this video and like to support the channel, one of the best ways to do that is to like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to hit that notification bell, because that helps the channel analytics, helps us spread the word about the Second Amendment, and also helps spread the word about things like this that are going on in the state of California. So as always, thanks you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and never forget, this nation was built by armed scholars. This nation will be maintained by armed scholars.